Hello, fellow Americans. I'm Al Reason, the voice of reason, on this Thursday, June 24th, 2010, day 66 of Obama's oil disaster. Other events are knocking the oil disaster off of the news, but some Gulf news is still getting through. Scientists from the University of Southern Florida were having difficulty obtaining samples near the Deepwater Horizon and other areas, so they launched underwater robots similar to torpedoes to obtain samples of the oil that is under the Gulf waters. These samples may explain why the oil is not on the surface but under the surface. The feds yesterday halted Governor Jindal's berm building idea for dredging and building sand berms off of the Louisiana coast. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Department has concerns about where the dredging is being done. The effort was already inhibited because there is a shortage of equipment, with the American companies not wanting foreign competition, and the federal Jones Act preventing foreign assistance has still not been wavered. If the federal government had concerns over the location of the dredging, then they should have made that decision immediately. So now, more than 2 months after the spill started, the government has still undecided on the precise location from which to dredge. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Department says one area where the sand is being dredged is a sensitive section of the Barrier Islands, and that the state failed to meet an extended deadline to install a pipe that would draw sand from a less endangered area. Governor Jindal said yesterday they are 5 days away from having the pipeline completed. However, the stop order stands as of midnight Wednesday, and no news on whether it will be rescinded. It is yet another example of a lack of leadership and engagement on this crisis. Instead of throwing every available resource at the spill, the people in charge are debating the finer points of sand dredging as the oil washes up on shore. The president of the parish, to be protected, is begging the government to continue its dredging efforts in the 7 days it would take to relocate to the new positions. With hurricane season on the horizon, the issue of berms becomes even more urgent. Florida's junior senator responded yesterday that the Gulf response is still chaotic, with no clear idea of anyone being in charge or having a clear plan. Thus, states have begun bypassing the feds in response to the spill. In Florida, the state rented skimmers to keep oil from getting to their beaches after the Obama administration dragged their feet on supplying them. In Pensacola, Florida, tar balls are on the beach, and the water is now off limits. So until the next time, this is Al Reason, the voice of reason.